Hello everyone, this is Mayor Lionel Jordan bringing another segment of the Mayor's Corner. Today I've got a real treat for you. I've got Connie Edmonston, who's in charge of our Parks and Recreation Department at the City of Fayetteville. Connie, it's wonderful to have you on the show, and maybe just tell the folks about what y'all are doing this summer and just some ideas what the Parks does, and just I'll just turn it over to you.
That's wonderful. Mayor, our city is so blessed. We have over 3,400 acres of parks for our people to enjoy.
Wow.
We have 70 parks, so there's something for everyone to do. Our parks basically open at sunrise, and they close at 11 p.m., except for our lakes. Of course, we have Lake Fayetteville, Lake Sequoia, and Lake Wilson. They close at sunset. This summer, I know there's a lot of people who would like to have family reunions and birthday parties and just a great picnic with friends. We do provide free reservations of our pavilions, and that is online. We have 13 different pavilions, like at Wilson and Walker Parks and Lake Fayetteville, just kind of scattered all over the city, that they may reserve online on our city website and utilize them for, we have a maximum of 4 hours that they can utilize them, but it's very quick and easy, and that way people can schedule their lives and have a pavilion and have a great time there.
Wow, that sounds fantastic. Some of the programs that you all do at the Parks and Rec, maybe you want to talk a little bit about those.
Yes, we have a lot of fun programs lined out for this summer. Of course, coming up first is our Goalie Park concert series. It will start on May the 31st. They're every other Thursdays from 7 to 9 o'clock. They are free to the public, and boy, do we have a great lineup this year. Starting out, we're going to have a spatial program with our with the theater group. They're going to show us Shakespeare's 12th Night at 5:15 at Goalie. So I want citizens come out, bring their lawn chairs, bring blankets. They can bring their picnic lunch, or we do have concessions there. We have several vendors there, so they can just spend the evening and have a great time. And we'll have 6 different shows, so that it'll go on all summer long. That's
always one of my favorite times, to get to go to those Goalie Park concerts. That's just a wonderful family time. And at the end of the day, it's all about family and community and everybody coming together, isn't it?
It is. And our citizens thoroughly enjoy it. And I must brag a little bit on staff, because they do pick out some great shows. And every year we try to have it a little bit different. So we're looking forward, May 31st, Thursday. So it's coming up.
Great. What about athletic events like baseball, softball, soccer?
Yeah. Baseball is going on right now at Walker Park, and of course the city, we just redid their dugouts and put covers over the bleachers, so people are really loving that. It's keeping them a little bit cooler while watching their kids, and those games will go on until July. We have 444 girls playing softball. They're playing softball at Gary Hampton and at Wilson Parks. But we've got a great group of gals that are learning from the ages of 4 on up to 16. We also have men's softball going on at Lake Fayetteville and Gary Hampton. We have a summer league that will be starting real soon, and I do encourage people, if you're interested in playing summer softball, either men's, women's, co-rec, church league, that please get your name in, because we can only take so many teams. I think we can take up to 88 teams on the number of fields that we have. So I do encourage them to do that. But one of the fastest growing sports that we've had is our co-rec kickball. And that will start up again this summer. We have a league. Registration is open now. They can go again to our website, accessfayetteville.org, and go to our programs, and they can register online for it. We're expecting to have 24, 25 teams, and they'll play at Walker Park. So that will be starting very soon also.
Wow. What about the pool?
Oh, the swimming pool opens up Friday, June 1, and we're very excited. Our city does allow people to come the first day free. We will open up at 4 o'clock, and then that evening we'll have a dive-in movie in which we put a 15-foot blow-up screen on top of our pool house, and people have inner tubes, and they can watch the Muppets. Now, the shows start after dusk. It's got to be dark for us to show it. So it'll be probably around that time, 8:15, 8:30. But we'll have 4 different dive-in movies throughout the summer.
Wow.
And those are all free for our citizens.
Wow. Let's talk a little bit about the trail system.
Yes.
And some of the programs we've got with the trail system.
We're excited over our trails. We have over 37 miles of trails. 19 of those are hard surface trails. And we encourage the people to come out and utilize those. Some things that are happening a little bit that I would like to kind of stress while I have that moment too.
Sure.
Is for people, we love to have their dogs on the trail, but please keep your dogs on leash and clean up after your dogs.
Right.
That's kind of a problem that we've kind of had, and people need to be responsible for their dogs, because if they would happen to bite somebody, they're responsible for that. So I do encourage them to keep them beside them, 3 to 4 foot leash beside them when they're jogging or walking. We want the dogs to enjoy. Our trails are for dogs
Right.
too, but to respect our other people that are utilizing it. I would hate to have a wreck with the bicycle from a dog running out in front of them, or a dog biting a little baby in a stroller or anything. So we're excited that we have so many people out utilizing our trails, but we would like them to respect the rights of other people while they're utilizing them.
And we have parks. It's just not only for the citizens. We have dog parks.
That's right.
Now we'll talk a little bit about that.
We have actually 3 different dog parks in our city. Our newest one is the Ijams Dog Park, located at Bryce Davis Park out on 16 West. And we've got 2 different areas pinned off, one for large dogs and one for small dogs. And there's a few dog amenities in there, but people are loving the Ijams Dog Park to death. It's really has worked out great for our citizens. We also have another dog park that is at the Animal Services, and out by Happy Hollow Road off of Armstrong Drive. And then we have our off-leash dog park at Lake Wilson Park, which is out in the southeast part of our city, out by the Tilly Willie Bridge and all. And that is a great place, 320 acres that they can run their dog out there on soft surface trails that surround the lake. So
Wow.
that's a great adventure for them.
Let's talk a little bit, Connie, about our native prairie grass plantings. I know we got an award for that, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We have a couple places or several places we are actually doing our native grass program. One is at Lake Fayetteville. We had a burn again this year, and it's worked real well. It's got our native grasses coming back at Lake Fayetteville, which is so wonderful because it's right beside the Butterfield Trail.
Right.
So that's a great place to have it. We also have them along our trails where we spread native grasses and wildflowers along the trail system. And then at Mount Sequoia Gardens, where we have our greenhouse is located, we have a nice area that we have native grasses that's grown there. So we're real proud of that, and it helps us on our mowing to cut back.
Yes.
And it also helps us be natural and go back to our preserving our native plants.
Absolutely. What about, do you want to talk a little bit about the Butterfield Stagecoach Trail?
It's great.
There's so many things we can talk about.
I know. This is something that we're working with, trying to get it as a national trail. The Butterfield Trail actually goes through Lake Fayetteville. It starts off the northeast corner and it cuts through. It actually kind of went through the lake at one time before we built the lake there. But we do have a little area that we have fixed up that has some old benches there that are made out of wagon wheels and a kiosk that explains on the history of the Butterfield Trail that runs through there. And it's a great place to go at Lake Fayetteville. It's a great place to stop and a great place to educate your children
Absolutely.
about the history of Fayetteville.
Yeah, that's a great project going on. And of course, we we have great fishing in all the lakes.
Yes, Lake Fayetteville and Lake Sequoia, they're fishing all time. There is a small fee that we do charge people, $3 for adults for a daily fee, and $2 for senior adults, I guess. Children 16 and under fish free. They must have an Arkansas Game and Fish license with them, but we do encourage them to come out, and I've heard the fishing has been very good this past spring. So
Great. Well, as we start to kind of wind up today, we talked about a lot of topics, a lot of subjects, and I just think that you do a fantastic job with the parks, Connie, and the staff does such wonderful work that you're in charge of, and I know it means a lot to the people. I know our parks are real green parks, and all the amenities that go with that is such an important fabric, if you will, of this city, and I think you all just do a fantastic job. So is there anything that you'd like to?
Well, it's our pleasure to be able to serve our citizens, and that's what our programs and our parks are all designed around, is our citizens. Before we develop a park, we'll have meetings in which citizens come and tell us what they would like to have in their neighborhood park. We try to involve them in our programs too. We'll do a survey at the end of the seasons and see what they liked, what they would like to have changed so that we can best meet their needs. And our programs would not be possible without volunteers. We had over 14,000 hours of volunteers last year. And if we put that to money, Mayor, that was like $334,000 that it saved our city from these great people volunteering, like in our Adopt a Park program, our Adopt a Trail program, our trail trekkers, which are out on our trails, helping people on the trails, giving them information, directions if they happen to be lost on it. We have volunteers for all of our youth coach leagues, our youth leagues. We have coaches for them. At the Yvonne Richardson Center, we always take any volunteers to help us with our special events and all. And also, we have volunteers that serve on our Parks and Recreation Advisory Board and the Urban Forestry Board, as well as the Active Transportation Board for the trails and sidewalks. So a lot of opportunities for our citizens, Mayor, to get involved, and we appreciate them so much.
What's some contact numbers that folks can contact you at?
Our Parks office is 444-3471. We are located at 1455 Happy Hollow Road, down by the Recycling Center. AccessFayetteville.org, our website, Mayor, is a great place for people to come. Most of our programs, we have online registrations for them to make it more easy for our people. Also, we have Twitter and Facebook for Parks and Recs. So we're all out there to help communicate all the good programs and all the great parks that we have. With the economic problems that we've had and all, parks is a great place for people. We have 70 parks that can spend all summer going to these wonderful sites, hiking through the woods, fishing. There's a lot that they can teach their children in our park system.
Absolutely. Well, folks, as we close today, you can see some of the great things that we've got in our parks department. What I encourage you to do is come out and enjoy our parks. We got around 72 parks, and we've got 19 miles of mixed-use trail. We've got about 15 miles of soft trail where you can just come out. It doesn't cost you anything. It's something that you can come and enjoy. You can enjoy the Goalie Park concerts. You can go to the swimming pool and take your kids and enjoy the great amenities that we have in this city. And if you want to volunteer to help in the Parks Department, we'd be glad to have your help. Be a trail tracker, be somebody that comes and keeps the park clean, and be involved in the community. So, as I always say, this is not just because I'm the mayor of my community, or if it's not just necessarily Connie's community, but it's all of our community together, and it takes all of us to take the city to a new level. So, till I see you again, you have a great day. See you real soon.